Hey there nation, and welcome to the show. We help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate, and welcome to another episode where we showcase Apocrypha Necromunda Supplements released by Games Workshop's Warhammer community page. And yesterday, they actually managed to put up a new one called the Coveted Cache. So we'll be taking a look at this brand new game mechanic that has been available now for our Necromunda campaigns. Now, this actually does go into quite a bit of detail about the narrative background of exactly what is a Whispering Weapon, which is a brand new game mechanic that's involved in this video. So we'll talk a little bit about the lore behind it, but more importantly though, we'll be talking about the individual Whispering Weapons that are now available in your campaigns and how you could use them in your very first campaign Necromunda. So that being said, let's get this video on a roll. Alright, so let's talk about the Coveted Cache real quick. So as you can see here, we actually have some background lore behind this. We're not going to spend too much time on the lore. Just to give you guys a basic example of what's going on, is that pretty much there is a place called Helmor's Graveyard that's on Necromunda, which is basically a sinkhole where all these different spacecraft from outside of Necromunda pretty much crash land most of the time. What ends up happening is that gangs actually go down to this area to actually scavenge for new weapons and equipment and archaeotech and all kinds of things that they can make money off of. And one of the things that actually available to this is a thing called Whispering Weapons. So let's go and talk about that real quick. It says, presented below are rules for a new type of weapon excavated from Pilgrim's Grave, where voices from the stars empower their wielders at a terrible cost. If the arbitrator wishes, Whispering Weapons can be dug up or purchased as part of a campaign set within the Navis Mortis. Navis Mortis, of course, is the name of the settlement that a lot of this stuff can be found in. So it says, Pilgrim's Grave Black Market. Though the gangs of Navis Mortis have recently struggled through the season of Ash, many consider it to have been worth the cost because of the abundance of new shipwrecks on Earth. Yet, some of the more esoteric weapons found on these smuggling ships are having a strange effect on the locals. Constant sweating, murmuring in their sleep, and bouts of frothing rage have all befallen them. This has not stopped gang lords from going to absurd and often extreme expensive lengths to obtain them, though. These are, of course, ideal goods with the black market by nearby Pilgrim's Grave. So as you can see, we have a series of weapons here, and one of them is called Gleeful Judgement. It says, grasping this hammer fills its bearer with unparalleled joy. This euphoria is dampened by those around the bearer that refuse to smile with them. Whispering voices demand that they are moved before the bearer can be happy once more. So it's basically just a two-handed hammer with +1 strength modifier, -1 AP, 2 damage, melee power, as well as whispering. So it is a power hammer. It costs 85 credits and it has a legal roll of 13 to get it. And it says, increase the bearer's cool characteristic by 1 to a max of 3+ every time they take an enemy fighter out of action with this weapon. This is considered a permanent stat change. Whenever the bearer takes an enemy out of action as a result of either a fight basic action or a coup de grace simple action, all fighters within 3 inches of this fighter must take a nerf test with a -2 modifier. So that is one of the things that's neat about these weapons. These weapons are very powerful and give some really powerful abilities, but there's also some severe drawbacks from using them. Then we have the Blood Fingers. The hand that dons this ancient power claw always look exquisite. The sight of rich red blood and streaming ichor wreathing the blood fingers is enough to send even the sternest souls into raptures. They must paint them crimson again and again. So it's got a melee weapon with normal strength modifier, -1 AP, 2 damage, melee power, pulverize, as well as whispering. We'll talk about that whispering game mechanic in a second. 13 availability for an illegal activity, 95 credit cost. As any fighter wounded by the blood fingers must take a cool test before they can perform a range or close combat attack targeting the bearer. If the pass is passed, the attack result is normal. If the test has failed, no attack is made against the action is wasted. Then we have Drawn Out Death. While holding a glaive so ancient its bearer can better comprehend the coming death of all things, surely all that will remain at the end of the time is this glaive. Of that much the bearer is aware. The only way to survive the drawn out death is for the bearer to cling to it. All perishes around them. So it is, I believe, a chain glaive is what it looks like it has, with 2 inch versatile trait, -1 strength, for base contact, +2 strength modifier, -2 AP, 2 damage. It's got the melee, unwielding, versatile, as well as whispering special rules, a 13 legal availability, 100 credit cost. It says, at the end of each round, roll a d6 for each fighter, both friend and foe, within 2 inches of the bearer of this weapon. On a 1 to 2, they suffer an automatic hit with the weapon's profile. Crazy. For every enemy fighter taken out of action this way, remove 1 flesh wound from the bearer. So that'd be kind of neat. I see this putting on like a Goliath, for example, and just go forward and just slice up people's left and right. Then we actually have a little bit of a tableau here. We're going to talk about this one in a second. It says, the range unending. This ancient bolt gun is carved with so many tally marks that its plasteel case appears serrated, yet there is always space for more. Once the bearer of the rage unending fires their first few bolts into pliant flesh, they find no greater joy than adding to that tally until their fingers cease to bend. So it is a bolt gun, and it's got 12-inch short range, 24-inch long range, +1 short range modifier, 4 strength, -1 AP. Now I think they just forgot to put the damage here. as well as the ammo roll. Come on, GW, you guys are better than this. I think it's just because it's supposed to be a bolt gun. I give it a 2 damage with a 6+ ammo save. Rapid fire 1 scarce as well as whispering. It's got a 13 availability illegal as well as 135 credit cost. It says after winning a target with the rage unending for the first time, roll a d6 for every visible fighter, both friend and foe, within 3 inches of the original target. On a result of 3+, immediately resolve any additional shooting basic action against that fighter. These attacks are resolved in order to the controlling player's choice, and this weapon gains the out of ammo condition that no more additional shoot basic actions are performed. So you can see actually using this to like some kind of really heavy target, maybe like just opening fire on it, and then everybody on the tabletop is now opening fire on that target. It would be kind of neat. GW, you guys got to watch your quality control on your guys' rules writing here. All right, so it says Scour of Flesh. The Scour of Flesh has seen thousands of years of growth and evolution. It knows well the material of the living. Its bearer is compelled to continue such a tale, for there is nothing this melt-a-gun cannot boil away with its liquid hot charges. So it is a melt-a-gun called Scour of Flesh. 6-inch short range, 12-inch long range, +1 strength, +1 accuracy modifier for short range, strength 8, -4 AP, 3 damage, 6+ ammo roll with Melta, Scarce, as well as Whispering, 13 availability for illegal, costs 175 credits, add 1 the bearer's ballistic skill if the target's toughness is greater than bearer's, so not much really important there. And then with the Black Vomitus, those that wield the Black Vomitus can feel it in their throat, the burning, acidic bubbling of toxic phlegm. The green flames that spew from this ancient flamer cause all that hit to feel it too. All such infected can do is to embrace such suffering with open arms. So it is a template weapon, strength 4, -1 AP, 1 damage, 5 up armor save with the blaze template as well as whispering condition, 13 illegal availability with 180 credit cost. It says any fighter that gains a blaze condition due to the Black Vomitus also immediately gains the insane condition, which persists after the flames have been extinguished. So if you want to set your opponents on fire is not cool enough, how about driving them insane? That could be a really fun thing there as well. At the same time too, they also give us the whispering weapon traits. Let's talk about that. It says whispering weapons are powerful when killing intent. Equipping one triggers an intense desire to keep hold of it no matter the cost. Are precious. Scavengers of Helmor's graveyard have been reported that weapons dark iron soldering to the palms or digging hooked barbs into their flesh. If a fighter wielding a whispering weapon takes an enemy out of action with a fight basic action, they may immediately make an additional fight basic action as well, so that's pretty cool. When a fighter equips a whispering weapon, it cannot be unequipped or upgraded, cannot be affected by the disarm trait, and the fighter equipped with the whispering weapon cannot be voluntarily removed from the gang roster. The whispering weapon must appear on every fighter card of a fighter if it has the tools of the trade special rule. If a fighter equipped with the whispering weapon is killed, roll a d6. On a 1 to 2, or 2 to 6, it can be sold. On a 1, it must be equipped by a fighter immediately. The new fighter's previous weapons can be placed back into the gang stash. Heeding the Whispers. The mutagenic power of the whispering weapons comes at a steep cost. Their gifts eroding both the body and soul of their wielders. When a fighter equipped with a whispering weapon is taken out of action, they apply the effects from the following table as well as roll on the last injury table. So the first time you're taken out of action, all the fighter's weapons gain the reckless trait, so that's pretty terrifying. 2 times taken out of action, increase the whispering weapon strength characteristic by 1. 3 times getting out of action, the fighter starts every battle subject to the insane condition, and on 4 more times, the whispering weapon destroys the fighter's body, melting it into a bubbling pile of slop. The fighter is removed from the gang roster. So pretty interesting game mechanic over here, which I think is kind of neat as well. At the same time, there's also a scenario called Seize the Cache. This is actually a battle where they're basically fighting for control of a different type of whispering weapon. So if you want to include this as a campaign reward for playing the scenario, this could be a really fun way of actually doing this as well. And they also give you some narrative back and rules if you actually want to do that as well. I think it's a very interesting game mechanic. I think it would be a lot of fun to actually include inside of your campaigns, you know, just with the typo errors and everything. So I think it'd be kind of cool to actually include this. As you guys are aware, I'm currently doing a Dark Uprising campaign. This actually might be something I might be throwing at my players here for a little while because I am the arbitrator of the campaign. It would be fun to throw this as a possible reward for some of my players. So, you know, to go in with the whole doom and darkness vibe of a Dark Uprising campaign. So tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys like these new Apocrypha Rules Supplement? Do you think it's neat? Do you plan on using it in your campaign? Please put down your comments in the description box below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this brand new game mechanic that's available now for Necromunda campaigns. So that's good of those, guys. Pretty simple, pretty short. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay classy.